I've been here at this cottage for 2 months and a few weeks now. Ever since I lost my job, I've been trying to take advantage of the free time. But I've also been working on an evidence board. An evidence board of everything that I have experienced in Lost Lake. I've been struggling and in denial that I have some sort of memory issue or a missing gap of time that I have experienced in my life. For example, where I came from. I cannot remember anything before arriving to Lost Lake. I haven't told anyone yet because there are strange things about this town, and I don't know who to trust. Do I have a memory problem? Do I have a split personality? Am I crazy? Did I have some sort of accident? Sometimes I will experience visions. Visions that I think may be memories, but sometimes I'm not sure if they are just dreams. I remember coming to Lost Lake. I got off a bus stop with my luggage. I do recall it was raining pretty hard that day. I was walking in the rain and I came across the Lost Lake Diner and decided to go in there. I could see the lake in the distance and I felt like I needed to go there. Then I started having dreams about the lake. In my dream, everything looked black. Almost as if it was nighttime, but everything was so clear, even though there was no color. I started walking near the shore of the lake, and before I knew it, I was out in the water, swimming in the dark. I started sinking. The water started hitting my face, and my head slowly went under. It felt as if the water was rising above my head, causing me to gasp for air. I started to sink further down, into the deep black water. I kept picturing someone, a man. He was the only thing in my dream that had color. I kept thinking, maybe he'll come to save me. I pictured him in a boat coming towards me. And somehow, I felt dread as if it was just some sort of pretty dream. A pretty dream that I would be rescued. I remember thinking, no one is going to save me. No one is going to know that I'm here. And as I sank deeper into the waters, I woke up. I woke up drenched in water, or so I thought. That was the first dream I ever had about the lake. Then I started taking walks by the lake, thinking that maybe coming back to the lake would trigger some memories in me, or more dreams. I remember one day in particular, I felt like giving up. So I just stood there in front of the water, and then I realized I've been here before. I don't know when or how, but I know for sure I've been here before. That's when I started recording on cassette tapes, but unfortunately I lost them somehow. This is on my evidence board, arriving to Lost Lake, having dreams of the lake, working for the Lost Lake Police Force, meeting Jax, and then people from all around town were putting in anonymous complaints about a moving statue, the Weeping Woman, the Rhea Monument. named Peter, the cult survivor, who was murdered shortly thereafter. Could all of this be linked to the cult? The thread I put links to a young man named Parker. The thread wraps around and leads me to the fact that the Rhea Monument is used for rituals, or so I believe. Is all of this somehow connected? But how? It doesn't make any sense. I found clues: the soot at the cemetery, the unnamed leather-bound journal, the letters addressed to Rhea, the broken camera, the metal baseball bat, and then I lost my job, and now I'm here. It's too late to turn back now. Then I had the Rhea shock. That's when I froze and went into shock. The chief was in such denial she couldn't accept the truth, so she assumed the man I saw at the crime scene was the killer. I don't know if that man I saw was connected to the Rhea Monument or not. I didn't even catch a good look at him since I was frozen with fear. Rhea wasn't the only strange occurrence that I had experienced in Lost Lake. I also experienced the strange radio frequencies and weird voices in my head. I swear I'm not crazy, and I'm not making it up. Whatever it was, it led me to the sword, and somehow I retrieved it and banished Rhea. I know whatever it is real. I sometimes hear a voice, not audibly, but I somehow hear it. In my head? I'm not sure. It makes me feel so crazy I just want to run far from this place. But I can't run. I need to find myself. If this place feels familiar to me, maybe it's the only way I can save myself. Besides, I am a bit intrigued by this town. Another thread leads me to the damaged cassette tape that I found on the ground, with the voice of a young man. It was only a few feet away from the body. Was it the victim's cassette tape? Did it belong to the young man named Parker? I guess I'll never know for sure. Then that mysterious woman at the funeral gave me a key to that cabinet. And there were letters on the key. J-O-N. John. The only John file was the one I found. And then he mysteriously disappeared near the lake. Then the thread leads me to the leather-bound journal, the ink of concealment. How was Rhea, a statue, connected to the journal I found at the Lost Lake Hotel? Who was that mysterious man in the basement? Somehow, with just a few words, he was able to trigger something inside of me. Maybe a memory? I don't remember what it was, but what was that he said? Do green shades on the canvas haunt you, Jane? I can hear it. I can hear you. I can hear you. But what does it mean? Who am I?